Welcome home to USA Global TV and Radio. Ours is a place where dreams take flight, voices are heard, and stories are shared. This is where cultures meet, connections are formed, and ideas are transformed into action. This is your destination for authentic storytelling, diverse perspectives, and meaningful conversations. We're where global stories unite and bridges are built beyond all borders. Discover our world of education, entertainment, hope, and inspiration. Together, we're building bridges worldwide. Subscribe to our USA Global TV channel and download our USA Global TV app. Be our guest or join our team. Visit usaglobaltv.com. With heartfelt thanks to our executive producer, Dr. Jacalyn Kerbeck, music scored by Yifei Tang from Cloud Road Music, creative direction by Paul Garcia, and I'm Alcini, and I'm very proud to be part of the USA Global TV and Radio family. So join us here at USA Global TV and Radio. Make us your home for global connection. All rights reserved. This video and its contents are the exclusive property of USA Global TV and Radio. Unauthorized use, duplication, or redistribution in any form is strictly prohibited. Thank you for being a part of our global community. Let's inspire together.
Hello and welcome to USA Global TV and Radio. My name is Roland Frill and welcome back here on the It's Your Healthy Lifestyle. Well, today I'm alone. I'm Dr. Jacalyn. She is on a business meeting. So I will do the show with you and we are going to talk about ice barfing. But before we come to the topic, thanks again for joining. And as long if you haven't done so far, we all do all the shows live here, and I have to say, It's Your Healthy Lifestyle. I'm not a medical professional, so what I do share here, just as a disclaimer, is my personal experiences and all the topics I bring here. If it's ice bathing today, or it's about nutrition, or meditation, or sports, whatever, I only share my personal experience. All the things I'm sharing with you, I did it by myself. It's not about what I heard something, I read something. I experienced it by myself. So again, I'm not a medical professional, by the way. So so let's go into the topic about ice bathing. It became very popular. Maybe you heard about the Wim Hof method, for example, but a Dutch guy, actually, I guess he was a post officer or something like that, who did a world record in ice diving or something like that. And he made it very popular. So they're offering all over the globe in Europe, but also in the US, in South America and Asia, everywhere, they're offering different workshops. I want to talk about ice bathing like I do it, and I will also show a photograph of how I do it. And we talk about the benefits and the preparations, and also about what you really have to take care about it, because I will tell you one of my experiences that happened with me during an ice bathing, what happened to me, and it was a little bit scary. But at the end, it's healthy, it's good, but you have to take care about some things. Okay, my name is Roland again. I'm a very proud member of the USA Global TV and Radio family. For those of you who joined the first time, I joined USA Global TV before the official launch. It was in September 2021, and I was invited as a host. No, as a guest, sorry for that. As a guest on the show, it was called The Journey of My Life, and it was fun. And afterwards, I had a conversation with the founder of the TV broadcast station, Dr. Jacalyn Kerbeck, and then I started and I did many shows. So if you want to see some of them, there are all the recordings. We do all the shows live, but there are the recordings. They are available on YouTube. So you have two options. There's USA Global TV and Radio. That's one YouTube channel, and the other one is Dr. Jacalyn Kerbeck. And you go to the playlist, and then so here we have them: USA Global TV and Radio and Dr. Jacalyn Kerbeck. And by the way, we have on USA Global TV and Radio more than 107,000 subscribers. For all of you subscribers, thanks a lot for subscribing. And we have over 30,000 subscribers on the other channel. So go down the playlist, and then you will see the Mallorca connection. I did a lot of interesting stuff on the Mallorca connection. You will find all the recordings, I guess almost 50 shows about It's Your Healthy Lifestyle. I did show about men's work, so it was called the Wild at Heart Show, 47 shows or 48, so 1 year, something like that. So you will find all the recording. Okay, so subscribe, hit the bell, and you get always the information when there is a new video uploaded. And it's not only my shows, there are many, many other colleagues. I guess as far as I know, we do more than 70, 80 shows a week on different topics. So don't miss one of them. It's all about education, hope, and inspiration here. But let's get into the topic. As you can hear, I'm Austrian. I live in Austria. At the moment. Why at the moment? Because I live full-time in my RV, in my motorhome, and I'm traveling in Austria. And I'm living actually, this week I'm heading to Italy. So I'm always on the road. So I'm broadcasting from different spots in Europe, live here in USA, Global TV and Radio. So let's come to the topic, ice bathing. Ice bathing, first of all, cold water immersion is nothing new. It became popular, trendy. That's what I mentioned by the Wim Hof method. You're gonna Google that, but it's not a new trend. I mean, it's a new trend, but it's nothing new. Ice bathing. I started ice bathing many years ago because I found out that I love cold showers more than hot showers. Sounds a little bit weird, but I was always a fan of cold showers, and it's part of ice bathing. So what is ice bathing? I show you a picture. Maybe I can upload the picture here, a photograph. Bring the photograph shortly up so you can see me here. Ice bathing with an instructor. The reason why I have an instructor here, I was joining it on this photograph. I was joining a festival, a congress, and there have been many workshops and lectures and stuff like that. And one of the things was ice bathing, and this is a guy instructed by the Wim Hof method. And I said, okay, I know ice bathing, but I want to try the Wim Hof method, how they do. And you see me here in cold, very cold water. It's ice on top. I'm sitting there and breathing, and I actually meditating. And this is ice bathing. Okay, sitting in a pot of very cold water and a lot of ice cubes. And you get in, and maybe you see in the background, I shortened or cut the photograph a little bit to respect the privacy of the other guys in the pictures. So I will show you a little bit how you do ice bathing on a proper way. First of all, it's all about preparation in ice bathing. So at the beginning, what you do is you do some exercise, some movements. You do some movements in the beginning, so you prepare mentally for the ice bathing. You do a lot of breathing, exercises, a special breathing exercise there. But you can Google this everything on the internet. So you do a lot of movements and breathing, and you should prepare mentally for the ice bathing. The breathing is very important. The reason for that is when you step into this ice cold water, your body, especially when you do it the first time, the body is totally shocked. So what the body wants to escape, get out of this cold, because from our brain, we know we don't want to suffer from cold. We want to die. We don't want to die in the cold. So what we want is a shelter. What we have over security, is safety. We want it warm, not too hot, but warm. So your body is shocked. It's really is in a shock. And what is starting is, so it wants to get out of the cold water, escape out of the cold water. But because you do ice bath, you want to stay in. So it's a huge stress in the beginning for the body. And what helps your body is, and help yourself is, when you do breathing. You get in and you start breathing slowly, meaning consciously breathing, being totally free about inhaling, exhaling. So what you do is you focus on your breathing, on your inhale and your exhale, slowly. Because in the beginning, when you get it, you just start very. So what you start is slowly breathing, slowly. And after a few seconds, you start to relax. So the breathing helps you to relax, helps you to get rid of the stress. Okay? So it's very normal when you do ice bathing for the first time. You feel totally stressed. You get in and your body wants to get out. It's very cold. You just want to get out. And when you are scared, or when you want to escape, what's is normal. When you're in front of something dangerous, I don't know, in the wilderness, there's a tiger, or somebody wants to rob you on the street or whatever, you start breathing very fast. And you don't breathe very deep. You just breathe here very fast. And you get more anxious, you get more nervous or whatever. So this is not very beneficial. So when you do, you get in the water, you slow down your breathing. You focus only on your breathing. What you also do is hit head not under the water, and also your hand is also outside. It's the best way. You can do the hand inside. I do it sometimes. You can do it outside, whenever you want. But the most important thing is when you get in, breathing slowly, slowly, slowly. After a while, you get relaxed and more relaxed. You're more relaxed. Your body gets used to this new temperature, to this cold experience. You relax more and more. You don't feel the cold that much anymore. The funny thing is that my skin is reacting on this cold. I feel hot. I don't know, maybe you have the experience when you go to a steam bath or a sauna. I experience it not every time, but sometimes I experience the opposite. When I go in a very hot sauna and a very hot steam bath, then I start freezing. Yeah. So and this can happen also in the ice bathing. The other way around, it's really, really very cold. It's icy cold, but you feel it's hot. Of course, I mean, the color of your skin is changing. It gets red because of the coldness, but it can happen that you feel hot. That happens sometimes to me. Anyway, because my blood is circulating very, very fast. I'm pumping the blood in all my organs and then keep them safe. Okay. So breathing is the most important thing when you go in. How long should you do ice bathing? I would say in the beginning, not longer than 2 minutes. And if you start ice bathing for the first time, I highly recommend to join a course or something with an instructor, or at least with somebody who is experienced in it. I wouldn't do it alone the first time, to be honest, because you never know how your body's reacting and you're reacting. Okay. So no longer than 2 minutes. So get in with 2 minutes, and you will see after 20, 30 minutes, when you really keep breathing slowly, when you focus on breathing, you calm down. Yeah. Your mind gets calmer. Yeah. You come down, and then you feel comfortable, and then you don't feel the cold anymore. That does happen to me. I don't feel the cold anymore. So just it, and I'm relaxed. And after 2, 3, when I'm very experienced in something, I go 3, 4, 5 minutes. I stay in, and then I get slowly out. And then, very, very important, when you get out of the water, very, very important. Don't rub yourself warm. Don't put clothes on. Never, never, ever put clothes on. So stay outside in the cold. Make your exercise. Make your breathing. Keep moving. Keep moving. So this means that your blood is slowly, slowly circulating to all your parts of the body. It's very, very important to avoid a heart attack or even a stroke or something like that. So get out. Not put warm clothes in. No, stay in the cold. You don't get a cold at all. Just move around. Okay, do your exercise, move around slowly, slowly, so your blood has the chance to circulate through your whole body, to all organs, through your fingers, through your arms, through your legs, to the whole body. Very, very important. Okay, so never, never make the mistake when you do ice bathing in a river, in a frozen one, in a very cold one, a lake. When you get out, that you put something warm on. This is not healthy. This is not good. You have to be outside in the cold, and your body has to slowly, slowly adapt to getting warmer. Slowly, slowly, not too fast. It is not good. Not good. Okay. So you get out, you stay in the cold outside, and move around. I was just looking at some notes because I was talking about people are scared when they get out of the cold water, and especially in the winter when it's cold out, they get a flu or something like that. No, it never happens. And I read a very interesting quote, and I want to read it for you. And it says, "You don't catch the flu, you create the conditions for it." What does this mean? It means when your blood is full of mucus, your colon backed up, and your lymph system sluggish, the body uses mucus discharge, a runny nose, a cough, fever to clean itself. And they call it a flu. So again, you can't catch a flu. You create the conditions for a flu. Meaning that your body is in a bad condition, maybe because you exercise enough, maybe or too much, maybe because your immune system is suffering because you smoke, you don't eat the proper food and stuff like that. So this means that your blood is full of mucus, your colon is backed up, your lymph system is sluggish, and the body uses the mucus, meaning the runny nose, the cough, and the fever to clean up yourself. Okay? So very, very important. So don't be scared when you do ice bathing, especially in the winter. When you get out of the cold water and it's cold outside, it's good. You don't get a flu, okay? And I will explain you the benefits of ice bathing. So get out, move slowly, slowly around. Keep breathing. And after 3-4 minutes, you can rub yourself with a towel and then put on your clothes and your hoodie or whatever and feel cozy and comfortable. but do it slowly. Okay, I really repeat it very often because it's really critical. Some people do the mistake, especially ladies, getting out first time, getting cold water. It's so cold, and when they do it in the winter, yeah, it's cold, and they put on a lot of clothes, and then it can happen that they get some problems with their heart or the brain. But in general, ice bathing is very, very healthy. I did it several times on festivals, on occasions, of friends of mine who have a tube, and they do it privately in their garden. And I also do a lot of cold showers. Actually, every shower is a cold shower. Just to be clear, when I start my showering, taking a shower, I use warm water to clean myself. Okay, with the soap and other stuff, I use clean water. But once I clean my body, I always finish every shower in summer and winter, doesn't matter, with an ice cold shower. So I start slowly on my feet, going on my left leg up and down, to get the circulation back. And then I go to the right leg, up and down, And I start with my left arm, from my fingers to the center to my heart, up and down. And then on the other hand, from my fingers up the arm to the center to my heart, and then the rest of the body, and also a little bit my head. That's what is always the same procedure. After a warm shower, after cleaning myself, cold shower. And you get used to it. And it's very healthy. And I remember when I've been living in Spain, especially in summer when it was very hot, it was quite tricky that the water from the pipe comes out really cold. Sometimes it was a little bit warm, and I was always disappointed because I wanted cold, really icy cold, because it's very, very beneficial. Before I come to the benefits of ice bathing, I just want to tell you a small story that happened to me about 2 years ago with ice bathing. And to be honest, I don't want to scare you. I just share my experience here. I don't want to scare you, okay? I don't want to push you away from ice bathing. I love it. I still do it, also after this event that I'm going to tell you now. But this can happen. What happened to me? Around a bit more than 2 years ago, in June of 2022, I joined another event, and it was a 4-day event, and one of the workshops was ice bathing. And I didn't join because I had another job. I was running workshops, and I had to do, I did interviews with the delegates for the promotion of the event and stuff like that. But I know the guy who was the Wim Hof instructor. I know it from the years before. And so he did a 4-hour workshop. So he tells about the story of ice bathing, and give the introduction, that the theory behind the benefits, and he started preparing the guys for the ice bathing, doing this movement, this exercise, and doing the briefing, and so on and so on. And then all the guys went outside, and they went into this tube, in this ice cold tube, for the ice bathing. And when it was over, meaning all delegates have been there, he put some more ice in, and he said, "Hey, Roland, you want to do ice bathing?" I said, "Sure, why not?" And to be honest, I did not much preparation. I just got rid of my clothes and got in. I don't remember, about 3 minutes or something like that. I got in, and I felt really good. So I got in. I know what expecting me because I did many, many times. So I got in. I was, to be honest, I was very grateful for the opportunity to, as I did not participate on the full workshop, just to take the ice bath to boost my immune system and get in. And I was briefing. Everything was cool. I went out after, I guess, 3 minutes or maybe a little bit more. I don't know. I got out. I did my briefing. I continued my briefing. I did my movements. And then a guy came to me and said, "Roland, if you want to have an extra boost, get in once more." So I stepped in once more. Actually, I guess just for a minute or a minute and a half, not longer. Second time. Feel good, feel comfortable. I got out, did my movement, and then it became, all of a sudden it was a little bit black, and I became dizzy. I felt dizzy. So I was sitting down. I took a towel around me. I was sitting down, and I was totally lost. Totally lost. I had no idea where I am. I had no idea what I'm doing here. I had no idea how I got here. I was totally lost. Totally lost. To be honest, when I think back about this menu, I'm not quite sure if I already had an idea who I am. I know my soul, but my body was kind of strange to me. So I had no idea where I am, how I got here, what I'm doing here, no idea. And I remember I was sitting down and I was a little bit, I wouldn't say scared. I wasn't panicking, not at all. Just was sitting. I was kind of scared, and it was a weird experience. Yeah, I don't know. Like I left my body. I don't know. No idea where I am. No idea. I was thinking, okay, where I am? Where the hell? Where I am? I was looking around. I didn't recognize the other person. Actually, they didn't look at me because I was the last guy. There was some other person a little bit more far away. I was sitting by myself. And I saw the building. I had no idea. And I've been many, many times on this venue. I said, I have no idea where I am. I have no idea how I got here. I had no idea what I'm doing here. So I didn't know. I had no idea that I'm here on a festival. No idea. Totally lost. Totally lost. And it was a little bit scary, to be honest. And to be honest, I had no time feeling how many minutes I was sitting there. I think it was about 10 minutes, or I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes or something like that. And then all of a sudden I heard a dog barking. A dog was barking. And I looked up and I realized this is my dog, Aloha. This is my dog. And I said, oh, this is Aloha. So I remember, okay, I have a dog, Aloha. And I looked in the direction where the barking is coming from. And I have to explain, my motorhome, my RV was parking around 60 to 70 feet, something like that. So 30 to 50 meters away from the venue. There was my motorhome, a large motorhome. So I looked in the direction and I saw my motorhome. And I realized, okay, this is my motorhome, my RV. Okay, my dog is barking. And what I learned from my military education and from many indigenous is when you get lost, find a spot where you feel safe and you recognize this spot, and then your memory is coming back, especially when you're under shock. So when I did it, I stood up, took my stuff, my clothes, and went to my motorhome. It was just a few steps. So I went to the motorhome, and my dog was outside on a leash. Was outside under my RV. And to be honest, I don't know. Maybe she was barking because somebody was walking by, but I believe she was barking because I think she could sense me, that I was lost. And I have to explain, my dog and myself, we have a very, very deep bond. A very, very deep bond. We are 24 hours together. A very, very deep bond. And so I think she could sense me that I'm lost. And she parked. And I was so happy. Okay, this is my dog. This is my motorhome. But I still had no idea. So I saw my motorhome. I said, okay, this is my motorhome, my RV. Okay, this is my dog. But how the heck did I come here? I had no idea that I was driving 3 days ago here. I had no idea what I'm doing here, and I still had no idea where I am. So the only memory I had, okay, this is my RV and this is my dog. So I put my stuff together. I remember what I learned in my training. I took my stuff. I went to the motorhome together with my dog, and I got rid of all the clothes again and lay down in my bed, because this was my safe place, my nest, my safe place. And I was lying there just on my back and start breathing, slowly breathing, coming down, not panicking, just coming down. And slowly, my memory came back. So the safe environment that I'm used to, because I live, now it's over 4.5 years that I live full-time in my motorhome. So at the time it was 2 years that I lived full-time in my motorhome. So this was my safe place. I know this place. I feel comfortable. Yeah, that's what I learned from my education, from my training. I felt comfortable. I felt safe. My dog was with me in my bed, in my own RV. And I just trusted the universe. And slowly, the memory came back. I said, okay, I came here 3 days ago. Okay, this is a men's festival. I'm here to do the promo videos for the guys. I did ice barfing, and I remember it slowly came back. To be honest, I can't tell you how long it took me. I guess it was an hour and a half or maybe 2 hours. I have no memory about that, but it slowly came back. I felt better. I did drink a lot of water, a lot of water. I put on my clothes and I went back to the venue. And then something crazy happened. I met a guy and I said to him, hey, we have to do the interview, because I had it on my list. It's not done because I made a list of some delegates I wanted to do the interview for the promo for the festival for the next year. And so I met this guy and said, hey, okay, let's do the interview right now. It's a good time. And he looked at me and said, Roland, we already did it an hour ago. So my short-term memory was totally gone. So I didn't even remember that I was already walking around like somebody who has dementia. Maybe I walked already an hour around at the festival venue and had no idea that I already did some interviews. So it was a little bit scary idea. Honestly, I didn't went to a medical doctor. I know that I had no stroke. And I did some research and I talked to some Wim Hof instructors and they told me this can happen, that there was another shock from my body. Even I'm used to ice bathing. So this can happen. Don't worry, sit down, memory is coming back. It's just the body was just shocked. Okay. But please, ice bathing in general, and I still do it after this venue. I still continue ice bath. Not the same day, not the same week, of course. Yeah. My body had to relax, but I still do it. I still love it, and it never ever happened again to me. Maybe it was I did not prepare enough. Just Roland the cool guy. I'm experienced. Jump in and let's go. Well, was not a good idea, I think. But in general, there are a lot of benefits, and I come to slowly to the end. For the next 5 minutes, let's talk a little bit about the benefits of ice bathing and cold showers in general. First of all, we have to understand a warm shower is nice, is cozy, feels good. It's nice when you have some problems with your muscles just to warm up a little bit. It's really cool. I love hot water. I love a hot sauna steam, especially before I go to massage. So my muscles are really not cold and stiff, too stiff, so a little bit softer and a little bit warm. So I love this warm. But in general, it's not the best. The reason for that is because, your skin is your largest organ. And it lets things out and it lets things in. And the warm water, what the warm water does is it opens your skin more. So that means that also bad stuff like bacteria can get easily into your skin when it's open up, when it's warm water. So what the cold water does is the cells of the skin get tighter. Maybe whatever you have and something gets warm, it's expanding a little bit. When it gets cold, it's shrinking a little bit. Okay, so when your skin is shrinking, it closes better, so less negative things can get into your skin. Okay, so ice bathing and also a cold shower. That's why I always finish my warm showers, my cleaning showers, with long cold water. The cold shower is because it really, really helps. First of all, it's an absolutely energy boost. Especially when you do it in the morning, you're right there. So when you have problems in the morning, get out of bed and you need a lot of coffee. And to be honest, I'm a coffee drinker. I love coffee, but I don't drink coffee to wake up. I wake up to drink coffee because I love it. What I do in the morning is when there's an option, when there's an opportunity, I do ice bathing. When I park my motorhome close to a river, or when I go now to Italy in winter, the sea's cold. I go to the cold sea in the morning. Or at least have a very cold shower. If you don't have these options, just go in your bathroom and put cold water into your face. And it really helps you. It's an energy boost. You wake up. It's very good for your skin, especially when you're afraid of some wrinkles or rather. Cold water is the best. Okay, cold water is really good. So it's an energy boost. What it also does, it helps you for resilience. It's good for resilience. When you're stressed, it helps you for the resilience. It's really, really good for that. Actually, it cools you down. It lowers your core body temperature. A lot of people have too much heat in the body, especially the man. Yeah, if you want to become a father, you have a problem. Sorry for that. Cool down your balls. They're too hot because you too often have them in too tight trousers. They cannot move around. So cool down. It's very good. It's very, very helpful. It increases your recovery. It boosts, as I mentioned already, it boosts your immune system. It's a very good booster. Cold showers or ice bathing, if you have the option, is a very good boost for your immune system. It accelerates your metabolism. Yeah, your muscle recovers much better. So especially when you have sore muscle after training, it's a cold shower helps. Most people do a hot shower afterwards. Cold shower is much better for recovery. After a strong workout, it's much better for sore muscle. It's cold water. It's not hot water. It's cold. So it's very good for that. What my personal experience is also, it improves your sleep quality. Some people have really sleep problems, or a lot of people have insomnia or suffering from insomnia. They don't sleep well. It improves absolutely sleep quality. And by the way, sleeping in a too warm room is not a good idea. Colder room is much better. Cold room, but also cold showers or ice bathing improves your sleep quality. It also improves your mood when you have some challenging depressions or a bad mood. Ice bathing, a cold shower absolutely can help you. I guarantee you, you are just awakened. You're up there, you're in full power, full of energy, and you have a mood change immediately. We also know it's very good for brain health when it's not too warm up in your head. Brain health. Maybe you experience this when you study, maybe when you're a student, when you study, when you're very focused and concentrated. In a colder, and I don't say in a cold room where you freeze, yeah, but in a colder room, it's easier to stay focused than it's an overheated room. Okay, so it's very good for your brain health, for your mental health. As I already said, it cools down your body. It helps you when you're suffering from depression. It's really, really helpful. Absolutely helpful. I highly recommend it. But please, again, when you try it the first time, I don't, if it's Wim Hof or anyone else who offers this, join a workshop, learn the movements, learn the breathing, especially when you're not used to breathing. When you're a yogi, because you know pranayama, the breathing exercise from yoga, it's very helpful. If not, join a course and focus on your breathing, and then start ice bathing. You will love it. You will love it. After a while, you get the benefits. You get all these benefits, and I swear you will never stop it again. Never stop it again. And as I said, I love cold showers because I don't have all the time the opportunity for ice bathing. Actually, I live in a motorhome. I would love to have my own tube here, but I don't have the space, unfortunately. I would love to. But I use cold rivers. I use the cold sea. I use cold lakes, especially in the winter. And the other option is cold showers. But what I recommend, really what you can do, everyone, is just in the morning, get a cold water into your face. And it really helps you to get ready for the day. It's an energy boost. You feel comfortable. And then you take the coffee like myself because you enjoy it. You love the smelling, you love the taste, and you don't need it to boost yourself. Okay, that's about ice bathing. And again, I told you, I wouldn't say a negative one, but I told you one of my experience. This can happen. Don't be scared, but what it reminds me, and that's what I want to tell you, it reminds me of really prepare. When you go ice bathing, really learn the technique, get prepared, and then start it. It's the same like walking over hot coals. I remember I walked over hot coals many times in venues with a lot of preparation, and it happened to me also there. Just a small story. It happened to me, when you do it several times on several events with Tony Robbins and other guys, I thought, hey, that's pretty cool. I've done it so many times. I don't need preparation, and I was not with my mind fully prepared, and I walked over it just quite cool, and I burned myself. Okay, it was the other way around. So preparation is everything. It's everything. That's my recommendation. So enjoy the cold bathing, enjoy the ice bathing, enjoy cold baths, cold showers, and I would love to connect with me. If you'd like to connect with me, send me an email. Sorry, guys. Send me an email. My email address is office@rolandfriedl.com. If you're listening on Spotify, I spell it for you. It's office@ROLANDFRIEDL.com. Office@rolandfriedl.com. Get in contact with me. Tell me your experience. If you want to know more about ice bathing or any other topic, you're more than welcome to connect with me. And again, if you have not done so far, subscribe to the USA Global TV and Radio YouTube channel. There are all the recordings. If you missed one of the shows, there are hundreds. I guess we did more than 9,000 shows. So there are a lot of playlists. Just find what you're interested in. Maybe it's your health lifestyle. Maybe it's men's stuff. Maybe it's about traveling. Maybe it's about dementia. Maybe it's about food. Maybe it's about theater. Maybe it's about writing books. Or there's so many different topics from amazing colleagues that I highly recommend it. Thanks for joining. And if you speak German or know somebody who speaks German, in about 26 minutes, I will do with my colleague, Mike. We run a German show here on USA Global TV and Radio, the Mutmacher Show. And today we have an amazing guest. He's a moderator, a very famous one from my home country in Austria, a very famous one. He won a lot of awards, and he had more than 15,000 interviews done. So very experienced guy. And we talk about how to overcome challenges like being scared, being anxious, having doubts, and go on. Thanks for joining. I wish you all the best. Have a nice day. Talk soon. Bye-bye. All the best. Thank you.
Every woman carries a story of strength, of purpose, of light. Through her courage, the world is transformed. Through her grace, generations are inspired. This is Iconic Women. Within every woman lives a goddess, a celebration of brilliance, beauty, and empowerment. Join us every Wednesday at 11 a.m. New York, 4 p.m. London time. Only here on USA, Global TVR, and radio. Featuring the iconic Dr. Jacalyn Kerbeck, honoring voices that shine across the world. Subscribe to our YouTube channels, USA Global TV and Dr. Jacalyn Kerbeck, to watch and engage with all our content. World-class education, entertainment, hope, and inspiration.
Is it true? Is it kind? Is it necessary? In a world quick to judge, one book dares to reveal the hidden cost of silence. Discover Holy but Harmful, The Silent Sin of Judgment, How Hidden Judgments Destroy Relationships and Damage Lives by Dr. Jacalyn Kerbeck. The Amazon #1 bestseller that's transforming the way we understand ourselves and the way we see others. Pick up the companion workbook to uncover your own hidden judgments and learn how to break free from them. Available now on Amazon and at fine bookstores worldwide.
In a world craving connection, one platform dared to dream bigger. USA Global TV and Radio, a beacon for global voices, authentic storytelling, and elevated listening. Led by visionary Dr. Jacalyn Kerbeck, the journey from a spark to a global force is now captured in one inspiring book. Honored with YouTube's Silver Creator Award for surpassing 100,000 subscribers. Discover the evolution, the challenges, the triumphs, and the unstoppable spirit that created a global movement. Executive producer Dr. Jacalyn Kerbeck. Music score by Yeffy Tang. Creative director Paul Garcia. This video and its contents are the exclusive property of USA Global TV and Radio. Unauthorized use, duplication, or redistribution in any form is strictly prohibited. Now an Amazon #1 new release in paperback and ebook. Broadcasting Brilliance, the evolution of USA Global TV and Radio, is inspiring readers around the world. Join the movement that's redefining global media one story at a time.
Thank you, viewers and listeners of USA Global TV and Radio, for joining us today. We're honored to have your time and attention as part of our global community. At USA Global TV and Radio, we believe in the power of authentic conversations, meaningful connections, and creating a world of possibilities together. Want to be part of something bigger? Join our team of elevated listeners at usaglobaltv.com, a space where your voice matters and your ability to listen transforms relationships. Stay connected with us across all our platforms for thought-provoking discussions, expert insights, and empowering stories. Subscribe to our channels at youtube.com/c/USAGlobalTV. Follow us on social media and explore the endless opportunities we're creating for growth, learning, and inspiration. Together, we're not just broadcasting, we're building bridges and changing lives one conversation at a time. For inquiries, contact us at info@usaglobaltv.com. Music by Johnny Dies. Produced by Executive Producer and Director Dr. Jacalyn Kerbeck. Voiceover by Mike Porter. Creative Direction by Paul Garcia. All rights reserved. Copyright 2025. Visit usaglobaltv.com to view our full terms and conditions.